Catalogs being printed. They'll be here in a little bit. Had a few corrections to that catalog, so be sure you get a corrected catalog, and there's one on Superior Livestock online. If you're watching this online, just make sure you get a corrected copy, because there's some important corrections. You can watch the sale this afternoon on Superior Livestock and CCI. The show this morning will be broadcast on ringsidelive.com. So if somebody wants to see this, be sure and text them so they can watch this show this morning live. We've got our crew out back working this morning. Sarah Shields and Rick Whalert have been cracking the whip back there, making sure everything's working great, especially Rick. Sarah, how's the volume over there? She said thumbs up. Need a pen? I'll probably introduce our judges a couple times this morning as the crowd gets a little bigger, but we have a committee system, 3 judges, cattlemen from Colorado and Wyoming. First, Austin Fisher. Give us just a hat wave there, Austin. Austin from Briggsdale. He's a partner in Crowson Cattle. Thanks for joining us this morning. Works in a cow-calf operation and feedlot. Pretty big operation, very commercially oriented, and I appreciate him being with us this morning. Andy Mom. I've known Andy and his father a long time. Registered operation as well as commercially oriented from LaGrange, Wyoming. Andy knows this business, knows good cattle. And our lead judge this morning is Matt Lewis. Matt, give a wave. Matt is and his family, Wendy and their family, part of the Amon family as well, limousine and Angus operation from Iliff. Busy man, does a lot of judging and manages that operation, bull sale, great cattle operation in northeast Colorado. So let's give a welcome to our judges, if you would. Put your hands together. If you don't have a program, come on down here to the table and get one. I don't know if they have some on the other table on the other end, but we're going to start with Class 101, 10 heifer calves. These were calved after January 1st, 2023, and these will be British and British Cross heifers. These cattle were all weighed yesterday as a group, so I'll give you the weights as they come in. We have just one entry in this class, so this will also be your champion 10 heifer calves with a British Cross makeup. So our next group will be division will be Continental crossbred heifers, but these are all British Cross. And they look like they're ready to come in feeling good. These heifers averaged 886 pounds yesterday and are exhibited by the Gus Sidwell family. Sidwells are from Alt, Colorado. Set of Hereford Angus cross calves. Gus and his wife and family have been great supporters of this show and sale since it started, and always bring good cattle, and there'll be lot number 1 in the sale this afternoon.
You are on.
Just hold it.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I want to welcome you here to our commercial heifer show, and it's a privilege for me to have the opportunity to be able to serve as one of our officials and one of the judges here with Andy and Austin, and really a nice pen of heifers here as we kind of get started off for our day. A really uniform set. You know, if you kind of study these cattle and you kind of look at them from just a functionality standpoint, and we try to kind of put some emphasis on the things that, you know, I believe are important from a structural soundness standpoint, and yet cattle that have got some potential for future growth, as well as having some body and some rib and some real muscle shape in them. I think this is a real nice group here. Very similar in terms of their type and kind. There might be one in there that maybe doesn't quite fit the type, but really a good set of functional black baldy females here. So put your hands together for our class winner, and this will be your champion in this particular division. Really a nice set of females. Thank you.
Again, that is lot 1. These 10 heifer calves will be your champion pen of 10 heifer calves, British and British Cross, going to the Gus Sidwell family from Ault, Colorado. Congratulations. Moving into the next division, we have Class 103, 5 heifer calves. These will be calved after January 1st, 2023. Also British Cross, but this time 5 heifer calves. We have 2 entries, Lot 11A and Lot 11B. Both entries are by Delbert Sherrod. So Lot 11A, please. These cattle come from Colburn, Colorado, so high country, high elevation cattle. The ranch is actually called Rocking U7 Ranch. When they got here, they came right off of the truck, and it was weigh time, so they had the shrink. This group weighed 662 pounds, and as I say, came right off the trailer onto the scales. So weight of this lot 11A, 662 pounds. Our next group of 5 in that division will also be from the Rocking U7 Ranch, Lot 11B. Their weight is 774 pounds. A little bigger cut. Another group bred the same way. Hereford Angus Cross. This group a little bigger, 774 pounds.
Well, as we get into our second class here, these two groups that have been brought out, I think there's some differences in terms of just kind of type and kind. There's a little bit of a performance difference here, and if you want to just kind of look at cattle from a quality standpoint, we're going to lean as a group kind of into this group that's still in the pen that came in second for your first place in this particular class. There's a heifer in this group that I think is probably the best heifer of both groups, and then you've got a little added performance with this particular set as well, and so I think that's kind of a logical place for us to start and to go from there. The group that we're going to put in second, a couple of really nice heifers in that particular group that balance up really good, very uniform in terms of type and kind. Maybe the few heifers in that particular group that don't have quite as much performance and maybe not quite as much rib shape, as we compare them. But two real nice offerings here that these folks have brought out. We're going to lean first place here, second place with the first group that came in. So thank you. Give them a nice hand, please.
Results of that class 103. 11B will be your class winner. Both those 11B and 11A were shown by Rocking U7 Ranch. And they'll stay on deck for champion and reserve champion pen of 5 heifers. Our next lot class is heifer calves, Continental and Continental Cross 5 head. Coming in will be lot 2 Carnahan ranches. Carnahan Ranches, Chris Carnahan, are from Kiowa, Colorado. Kiowa is high elevation. I think they've got it listed here at 6,500 feet. So For those of you that aren't from here, PAP is an issue. So these are kind of PAP-resistant cattle, high elevation cattle. They live with it. Do their best to breed around it. Been in business lots and lots of years. Big National Western supporter. This pen of cattle, if I haven't already said it, 717 pounds was their weight yesterday. Lot number 2. The girls have just arrived with the new catalogs, so if you need a new catalog, updated and corrected, they've got them.
So we've got a really nice set of heifers in the ring with us right now. You really like, and they're type and kind. They're real moderate. They just fit together. We really like this set. So they're well put together set. They're going to be great functional females. They're clean made, and as lot 2, well, they're gonna win this 104 class, and give us just a minute, and we're gonna name a champion in reserve for this division.
Well, rather than bring these cattle back out, they're all out here for this particular division. We'll go ahead and select your champion and reserve pin here in your calf division. Really, you know, as we kind of go through and analyze this, our winner from Class 104 will be your champion. That'll be the cattle that are out in the ring. And I think as Andy kind of described the cattle, you know, just a really uniform, very moderate type of set of females that I think have just got a lot of function and a lot of quality in them, and probably just a little bit more uniform as you evaluate the 5 in relation to maybe some of our other pins. Then for reserve, we're going to go ahead and use your class winner out of Class 103, which would be 11B. 11B, really a nice functional set of females there, the black baldy heifers there. So put your hands together for your calf exhibitors here. Really tremendous set of cattle that they've brought out to us here, and we'll look forward to getting into our bred heifers now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, judges. And results, reserve champion pen of 5 heifers, 11B, Delbert Sherrod, and champion goes to Carnahan Ranches of Kiowa. Chris, before you leave, you just keep those boys there, and if you got any family members, I think there's going to be we're going to say something foul here because I think there's an age limit on showing there. I don't know how, those youngest boys in there, they might be youngest, but too young. No, I'm teasing a little bit. We've got I said I was going to have a hard time getting through this, Sarah. So we've got a award here to give in memory of your dad, Charlie Carnahan Ranches, because of his lifelong commitment to National Western. Darn it, I don't know why this happens. Great cattle people, great cattlemen. And your dad and his dad before him was a member of National Western. We're here celebrating 120 years, John Corey. And he was here for every one of them. Your granddad, wasn't he? And your dad before him. And we lost him last year. And the friendliest man on this grounds. I mean, you couldn't get past Charlie. He had to stop and talk, tell you about it, and what happened last year, and his kids and his grandkids. And boys, that's just the way Grandpa was, wasn't it? And we miss him. But we've got this plaque here in memory, Charlie Carnahan. And let's just give him one more round of applause, if you would. So Sarah, you present this plaque, and we're going to take lots of pictures in memory of Charlie. And sorry I didn't get through that very good. Darn it, I was going to do better. So one more round of applause for all those open heifers. Nice job. Okay, let's move into the breds, and we'll start with Class 106, 10 yearling breds, and start with the Sidwell family, Lot 10 is our first class. Now we need to move these out, get some pictures taken, of course. Move these opens out. Again, congratulations to Delbert Sherrod and their family. Great job on reserve champion. And the Carnahan Ranches on their champion pen. Okay, our first group of breds will be lot 105, British and British Cross. Excuse me, Class 105, Lot 3. This will be Jerry Sidwell. There's just one alley back there, so you've got the coming and the going. Jerry Sidwell, Sidwell Hay Company from Carpenter. Here they come. These heifers averaged 1271 yesterday. What a nice even set of heifers. I might just say about a plug for the sale. Not only will you get a chance to bid on these heifers, but there are 3 lots of video heifers as well, big lots, potload lots. You can bid on those online, again available on Superior. You can get online and look at those videos. But a really nice groups of heifers, these as well as the video lots. Guys, what have you got? 3 different video lots? 3? Yep. Potload lots. When are these going to calve? I might not know the answer. And cattle? Sidwell and cattle. Hay and cattle. You bet. Okay, then again, this is lot 3, British and British Cross, so no Continental in these, 10 head. Sidwell Hay and Cattle, kind of an error in that catalog posting, but that's the corporate name, Sidwell Hay and Cattle from Carpenter.
To it and get it up close so we can hear it. So.
Good morning. It's a privilege and an honor to be here to assess and place these commercial pens of heifers. I think we start out the bred heifers with a nice set of black heifers that are really powerful. When you talk about terms of getting out and moving and their structural correctness, they're all structurally sound. Got a lot of muscle and rib shape to them. They fit together fairly nicely. There's maybe 1 or 2 heifers that there's a little bit of variance, but there's some standout individual heifers in here. I think 2 to 3 years down the road, there's tremendous brood cow potential in this class, and they're a very nice set of females, so put your hands together for them. Thank you.
Okay, that's lot 3. We'll see those back again when we evaluate champion and reserve champion. pen of 10 yearling bred heifers. You have to appreciate how difficult it is to put a group of 10 uniform bred heifers together like that. Takes a lot of work, a lot of sort. Next entry is 10 yearling bred heifers, and these will be Continental Cross. We have 2 entries for that. And this will be Gus Sidwell, lot 10. Lot 10 in your catalog. Sidwell Ag is from Alt, Colorado. There should be some Sim Angus heifers, lot 10. These heifers average 1371, lot 10, in class 106, 1,371 pounds. Hey, buddy. How are you? They let you out of jail, did they? You don't have to feed cattle on Sunday? Cool. Even better. When the storms come. Again, 1,371 pounds, lot 10. Troy Sidwell, lot 4, 10 head. Yep.
I assumed you needed emotional support.
Oh, I'm better now. I just had a, I didn't think I did. Okay, next group in is lot 4. Sidwell Hay and Cattle. This group, 1,310 pound average. You can see these are Charolais Cross, Continental. £1,310, lot 4.
When is it? Can I do it right now? Okay. Okay. Right now? Is it okay? Is it on? Hello, everyone. I just wanted to invite everyone to lunch. It will be right out these doors, and it will be sponsored by Colorado Cattlemen's Association as well as Halter. Colorado Cattlemen's Association is a staple with National Western Stock Show, and we're proud to be a sponsor of the lunch and the Stockmen and Stockyards and the commercial heifer sale. And I would just also invite you. It's a long ways back to campus, but CCA just opened its new headquarters in the Livestock Exchange building, and we headed home. And so if you'd like to see that new office space, we would welcome you to come tour around. So please let us know if you'd like to do that, and then also we would invite you to lunch. Thank you all.
Thank you, Aaron. Aaron Carney, our executive for the Colorado Cattlemen's Association. Let's give her a round of applause. Thanks for lunch, Aaron. And I'll bet it's beef. It's what's for dinner. You know what I like is these judges are taking their time. They're looking at 3 pens of really good cattle, 10 to a pen, and I've said this before, how hard it is to put this kind of quality in this kind of quantity. So while they're doing that, let's thank these consigners while they're all out here for putting together such great pens of commercial females. Put your hands together. Great job. Great job. Thank you very much. Okay, Aaron just said lunch is when it's time, when you're ready. I mean, don't leave the show because we got so much going on, but out those glass doors, out through the display area here and to the left. So it's being served outside, but stick with us and watch the show, or go get some food and come back, or, I mean, this is just getting good.
Well, folks, you know, as a committee, we've got 2 really outstanding pins here, and you know, I'll be very, very honest with you. As we've talked and discussed the cattle as a group, I think we're in consensus, but there's obviously some opportunity for some give and take here, depending on, kind of what your production goals are, what kind of cattle are going to kind of fit best into your environment and those kind of things. And but really, really impressed with the quality that we've had here in these groups of 10. And this particular class, I think, is fairly challenging as you really study them. From the standpoint of just finding cattle that are really good and sound and really get off the ground really well. We're going to kind of make the lean towards some structure maybe, and we're going to go ahead and use this pin of Char Cross heifers here as your first place in this particular class. And I think as you get down and you study this particular group, maybe not quite as uniform top to bottom maybe as our individuals that are going to come in second, but when you really start to study shoulder angle, and when you really start to study these cattle out of their hip and just the way they handle and get off of those hind two, we would tend to lean that this particular group is just a nickel sounder. And from our perspective, and I guess in my perspective as well, I could go through this particular group and we could sort out 3 or 4 of these that I think are just top end kind, and so I think that kind of helps us from that perspective. But really, really a nice set of cattle here. The group that we're going to run in second is very, very good, and just as you study those cattle from a uniformity standpoint, really like those cattle. They're uniform in size and type. I guess if I was just going to change them, and we're being a little bit critical on a really, really nice set of females, I'd just maybe like to get those cattle off just a little bit freer, just get them to step and take a little longer stride maybe than what we've got in this group that we're going to use in this particular class. But that's a really, really good group there, a really nice class. So give your exhibitors here in this class a real nice round of applause. Why we've got them all out here, let's just go ahead and we'll slap a champion in reserve here in this particular division, and then it's really hard for us as a committee to sort these cattle and get this class that comes in second, the second class here, get those two groups separated. So we're going to go ahead and use this set of white females for your champion. We'll follow with the group behind them that were second in that class as your reserve, just from a uniformity standpoint and a type and kind standpoint. So give your exhibitors here a real nice round of applause for bringing out a tremendous set of a pin of 10 here in this division. Thank you.
Results of the yearling bred heifers, pen of 10. Champion goes to lot 4, Sidwell Hay and Cattle. And reserve champion, lot 10, Gus Sidwell. Again, let's give these exhibitors a round of applause. Lots of hard work. Thank you very much. These same exhibitors are bringing back pens of 5, so let's give them a moment to get back to their pens, take their cattle back, and then we'll get ready for class 107, 5 yearling bred heifers. First class will be British and British Cross. There's 4 entries in that class, so just again, these are the same exhibitors that did the pens of 10. So we'll take a moment to get them back to their pens and then ask them to bring the pens of 5, British and British Cross. So it'll take just a minute to clear the alleys, and then we'll start with pens of 5, bred heifers, British, and British Cross. There are going to be 4 entries in this class, Class 107. Okay, first class entry, Lot 6A, Gus Sidwell. These are yearling bred heifers, pen of 5, British and British Cross heifers. This first class weighed 1543. Okay, next in the ring will be Lot 6B, also exhibited by Gus Sidwell. 6B, British Cross, 5 head. This pen weighed 1413 yesterday, 1413. When I looked on paper, I wondered why Gus split this pen, and I think when you come in, you'll see why. He said he worked awful hard to get a group of red ones. So sister mates to Lot 6A, just sorted by color. 1413, Lot 6B. Next group in will be Lot 5. Lot 5, yearling bred heifers, British and British Cross, from Jerry Sidwell Hay and Cattle Company. Weight 1397. Okay, this is Lot 5. Sidwell Hay and Cattle. Also remind you that Sidwells have video lots in the sale. Big offerings, Lot 12, 85 Angus bred heifers, and Lot 13, 50 Angus bred heifers. So in addition to the lots they brought to Denver, video lots available in the auction this afternoon that aren't here in Denver but are available on the video auction. And our last entry in this class is Lot 7. Lot 7 is 5 heifers, from Gus Sidwell, Sidwell Ag from Alt. These heifers averaged 1333 yesterday. So this rounds out class 107 with 4 entries. This one lot 7.
Good afternoon. It was a real pleasure placing these cattle. Definitely tested us a little bit. It depends where you want to put your focus and where you put all your weight in these, but a real strong set of heifers top to bottom. There's a lot of different merits about each pen, and for us, we're going to start with the lot 5 heifers, the black heifers here. We just feel they're a really nice set of heifers. They're very structurally sound. You look at their front ends; they're very nicely fronted. A lot of femininity, angularity. When you get back to the ribs, there's a lot of forerib in these heifers. And in my opinion, and it was general consensus that these are probably the longest heifers in the class. These heifers are maybe just a little ways off from calving, but they're a really nice set of heifers. They're good in their top, good in their muscle dimensions, and they're also very good as far as their length of hip. Second place, we're going to go with our red females here. We feel this is just a really strong set of females that match up very well. Heifers that are very nicely fronted, a lot of femininity, a lot of angularity. Muscle shape is nice in them, and we just think they fit together very well. From there, in third place, we went to our lot 6A heifers. These 6A heifers, they're a great big set of heifers that are really good. Got a lot of muscle to them, and when you look at the brood cow potential in them for a bigger set of heifers, the brood cow potential is extraordinary. When you get real critical and look at their udders, the heifers' udder shaped are really nicely developed, and they're probably the closest bunch to calving in this class. Fourth place, we went to the heifers on the south end. Again, these heifers are maybe the nicest fronted heifers in the class, but we just didn't think that they maybe had quite the ability to fit together that the heifers did above them. Nothing against the quality of them. I think it comes to a pen of 5, maybe the consistency of putting them together and making them look like all one peas in a pod. The real test comes at 4:30 this afternoon when you go down the line and select any one of these pens for the potential of a brood cow. There's not going to be a loss anywhere in the bunch. This is a phenomenal set of heifers. The problem with us is, for judges, we had to pick a first, a second, a third, and a fourth. Thank you for your time today, and I really appreciate it.
So the results of Class 107, 5 bred heifers of British and British Cross makeup. First place goes to Lot 5, Jerry Sidwell, Sidwell Hay and Cattle Company. Second place to Lot 6B, Gus Sidwell of Alt. Third place to Lot 6A, also Gus Sidwell. And fourth place to Lot 7, Gus Sidwell of Alt. So results, first place, Lot 5, second place, Lot 6B, third place, Lot 6A, and fourth place, Lot 7. So our next class, final class, Class 108, 5 yearling bred heifers. These would be continental and continental crossbred heifers. Our first entry heifers into the ring is Lot 8 from Sidwell Hay and Cattle. These heifers weighed 1,255 pounds yesterday. This will be the final entry for the day, Lot 9, coming in for Class 108 from Gus Sidwell et al. These Continental Heifer crosses weigh 1441 yesterday. Lot 9, 1441 Continental Cross heifers. Following this class, we'll evaluate Class 107 and 108 for our champion and reserve champion, pen of 5 yearling bred heifers. I was just told there's still got food out there, so stick with us till the championship here, and then they'll CCA and Halter Company have still graciously sponsored our meal this afternoon between the sale and our show here. So they said they've still got beef. It's what's for dinner.
To it and talk right into it.
Yep. Good afternoon, everybody. This set 108, this class right here, we've got two good sets of females. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to use lot 8. That's the first set here with some baldies in it to win the class. We really like this set. We think that they're just going to make some really good cows. There's a lot of muscle in there, a lot of femininity in there as well. Moving on to our second place group, that is lot 9. Still a good set of females. They're still very feminine. They're very uniform, top to bottom in their type and kind. They really tie themselves together in the front end, and they're still going to make good females. And so, once again, we're going to go with the lot 8 to win the class, lot 9 to be second place, and just a good set of females. Thank you, guys.
Okay, thank you for that round of applause, you bet. So the results of lot 108, Sidwell Hay and Cattle Company with lot 8 wins that class. Lot 9, Gus Sidwell in second place. And now we will ask the judges to pick our champion and reserve champion pen of 5 yearling bred heifers coming out of lot 107 with lot 5 and 108 with lot 8.
All right, today our champion reserve out of our pen of 5 yearling bred heifers. All 6 of these lots of heifers that we saw today were good heifers. It was a tough decision for us judges all the way around. For the champion lot in this division, we're going to go with lot 5 here. These black heifers, they're just a really good set. I mean, we talked about them when we named them the champion of their class. It's a really good, it's a solid set of heifers. So Moving on to the reserve champions for the pen of 5 yearling bred heifers, we're going to use the red heifers over here on the end. And we're going to go 1, 2, just like how they placed in their classes. Really good sets of heifers, very feminine. They're going to make somebody some really, really good cows. Thank you.
Your champion pen of 5 yearling bred heifers coming out of class 107 goes to Sidwell Hay and Cattle, again lot 5, and your reserve champion goes to Gus Sidwell, lot 6B. Again, one more round of applause for those Sidwell exhibitors. Thank you. And now those champion and reserve champions are going to vie for our grand and reserve grand champion overall commercial females. So now the judges have the task of picking our overall champion and reserve champion commercial female pens. And this could be open or bred, 5 or 10. So this might take a little bit of sorting to ask some of our pens to exit and some other champion pens to come in, but we're going to choose a grand and reserve champion 2026 National Western overall commercial female pen. We're now going to bring in the champions from our commercial female show to select our grand and reserve champion overall commercial females. From the heifer calf division comes lot 1. This would be 10 heifer calves of British and British Cross. And this is actually lot 1. 10 British and British Cross heifers from Gus Sidwell. This was our champion pen. So from these champions, we'll select our overall champion and reserve champion. Of the 2026 National Western Commercial Heifer Show. The pens of 10 will vie against the pens of 5, so we're looking for the overall champion and reserve champion pens. Lot 1 from Gus Sidwell et al. Next in the ring is lot 2, Carnahan ranches. These are 5 heifer calves, Continental crosses. This is your champion pen, lot number 2. These came out of class 104. Our next champion pen comes out of the yearling bred heifers, continental crosses. This is a group of 10 heifers. This came from Sidwell Hay and Cattle. Again, these are continental crosses. This was lot number 4. This group weighed 1,310 pounds. And our final champions came out of the the Class 107, the big class of 4 entries. This is Lot 5. Came from Jerry Sidwell Hay and Cattle Company. $1,397. This was your champion from that division. Lot 5. So these 4 pens of cattle are vying for your overall grand champion commercial pen for the 2026 National Western. Again, I want to thank our judges this afternoon, Austin Fisher from Briggsdale, Andy Malm from LaGrange, Wyoming, and our lead judge today, Matt Lewis from Iliff. Let's give them a nice round of applause. Thank you guys for doing a great job this afternoon.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a privilege to be here today, and I'd like to just thank the National Western Stock Show for putting on an event like this. I think this is really a highlight for the commercial cattle industry, and I'd sure like to thank all of the exhibitors. This takes some time and some effort to be able to bring these cattle here and to exhibit them, and I'd like to just congratulate them here, if you would please, on bringing a tremendous set of cattle top to bottom. So give them a nice hand if you would. It's been a real privilege for me to have the opportunity to work with Andy and Austin here, and as we've kind of went back and went through these cattle, I mean, honestly, ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of different things that we could do just from the differences in terms of the cattle. I think the main thing from our perspective, and I think it's important for you as individuals who might actually be selecting and actually buying some of these cattle later on in the day, is to just take your opportunity to go through the cattle and to select on the type and kind that maybe best fit your particular operation. And we really don't want to be too critical on anything from the standpoint that, you know, we realize that the most important thing here today is to give each and every one of these consigners an opportunity to be able to merchandise these cattle at the best of their ability. So we're going to allow you to make those final decisions. I think when it really comes down to it, the group to us that's probably just the most uniform in terms of their type and kind, the cattle that I think are built right, they're built good at the ground, I think they offer us a lot from the standpoint of just being really outstanding commercial type females, will be this set of females that are in the ring here. I believe that would be lot 5. So this will be your champion overall pin right here, lot 5. So I think then, you know, you kind of come, there's a lot of different things here that we could do for our reserve pen and reserve group. That's a really nice set of red cattle that followed this particular cattle in that particular division. And, you know, just from the standpoint of being able to put large numbers together of uniform cattle, we really appreciate the set of white cattle that are out here. Tremendous set of Charolais cross cattle. We're leaning, though, to go ahead and run with that set of black baldy heifers at pin of 10 for your reserve in this particular division. I think, you know, just from a body type standpoint, just deep-bodied, really sound-made kind of cattle that I think are uniform in terms of type and kind, and cattle that just offer the commercial cow-calf guy an opportunity to go forward into with a really nice set of females. So we're going to use, that would be lot number one from the very first class to come out. They'll be your reserve champions. Ladies and gentlemen, would you do one more thing for me? Would you put your hands together? Mr. Willie Altenberg's been doing our announcing. I know he's an integral part of this, and so put your hands together for him. Rick Waylert, Sarah Shields are in the ring with us. They've been doing a great job bringing us cattle. Put your hands together for them. I know on behalf of Austin and Andy and myself, we appreciate the opportunity to be here, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a great offering, and we wish all the consigners just a really good best of luck here as we get into the auction here later this afternoon. So appreciate your attendance, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll let you get on here, but thank you very much.
Thank you, judges. Again, a good job. Our results, our grand champion overall 2026 group of commercial females grand champion goes to Sidwell Hay and Cattle Company, and reserve champion lot number 1 also to Sidwell Hay and Cattle Company. Thank you, and a great show, all consigners. Again, sale this afternoon at 4:30 in the auction arena right behind us here. Again, live lots, groups of females, video lots. You can tune in, CCI Live, live auctions, Superior. If you have people that want to tune in and bid on the cattle and need some assistance, please contact one of us or Justin Warren. Justin, give a wave. If you need some help on bidding online, we'd be glad to help. Thank you. I think there's some more food out back. I know the judges and I are going to go get some. So thanks for everyone's attention. Thanks for watching online. And great show. Mostly thanks to National Western and the consigners for putting this together. We think an up-and-coming show that serve the commercial industry out here in the yards. Thank you.